Hi, I'm Jacky Ankeles. You've heard the expression, oh, you're only as old as you feel. But we all know you can't fool the calendar. But you can try. We're going to look at one of the most exceptional, valuable, and meaningful parts of our city. It's the Peabody Senior Center. We invite you to enjoy this very special segment on Peabody TV. Now, what we'll see may surprise older people who've only heard a fraction of what the center's all about. And it may be a total eye-opener for younger people who thought that all that ever goes on at a senior center is old people talking about doctor appointments and bingo. Now, I have nothing against bingo. I love bingo, especially when I get a lucky card. But when you see what's inside the senior center, I guarantee you'll have a new appreciation of what we have here in Peabody. We'll be talking with the center's executive director, Carolyn Wynn, and she'll give us the grand tour. So let's go. So are you ready to see what really happens here? I'm going to go find Carolyn. Carolyn!
Jacky,
hi,
nice
good
to see you.
It was well, thank you.
Oh, I am so excited about being able to share some of the extraordinary work that you and your staff do here.
Oh, thank you for joining us. We're so happy to have you today.
Oh, this is great. I want to hear about everything and see everything.
Before we get started, though, I'd love to talk about Mayor Tridgen.
Oh, of course, Peabody's longtime mayor.
Yes.
I mean, this is one of his legacies, no question.
Oh, absolutely. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So he's so supportive of us.
So when did it all start?
Well, actually, it started at a volunteer dinner in the basement of the Sieglitz in front here. The mayor announced that he needed to get us out of the basement, and he talked about building a brand new senior center. And we took possession of the senior center in 1991. So.
And what was his vision? Because there weren't senior centers around back then.
Actually, we were one of the first, especially in this scale. Most senior centers maybe took a space in City Hall or they had a room somewhere, but to have a standalone senior center that was 37,000 square feet was really unheard of. We're just so fortunate that he understood, the demographics, first of all. He understood that the population was aging. I think he certainly always valued, the seniors and what they contributed to the community. Mm-hmm. He wanted it to be a welcoming place for everybody to come to, and I think we've tried to do that over the years.
It turned out that way. It still is under your direction.
Oh, well, thank you. We have some great staff members, wonderful board members, and wonderful city support as well. That continues today.
Now, you have quite a history here, Carolyn. I'd love to hear about your connection with the center, when it all started, and how your role has changed over the years.
Oh, well, you're right about that. I started actually as an intern from Salem State back in 1986. And then I guess they liked me enough, they offered me a job here.
Okay, what was that first job?
Actually, it was in the social service department, and then eventually I became the volunteer coordinator.
Okay.
But for the last 16 years, I've been the executive director here, which has been absolutely wonderful.
The word seniors is kind of a fuzzy word. I think when people hear the word seniors, it very often conjures up images of perhaps just frail elderly sitting around all day. Can you contrast that notion that a lot of people have of Who actually comes here?
So actually, you have to be 60 and older to come here.
60.
Yes, and
That's young.
I qualify this year.
Oh, this is your big year.
This is my big year. I think people do have that misconception of, well, they're just sitting around down there. And I
Exactly.
think it doesn't take very long before you come through the doors and you realize, boy, this place is just, there's so many opportunities. What's so special about this place is that everyone has such different backgrounds. When you're in the working field, you kind of, you see those same people every day. Well, the senior center just brings together people from all different backgrounds.
Now, do you have to be a Peabody resident to enjoy all that's offered here?
No, you don't actually. We do reserve some things just for Peabody residents. So our transportation is just for Peabody residents. The only exception to that is participants in the day program. Years ago we used to help people from a lot of different communities, but with the large senior population in Peabody, we just have to restrict it to just Peabody residents.
So, where are we headed to first?
Well, I thought first we'd start in the art room. There's wood carvers in there right now, and I thought you'd find their work interesting.
Okay. Now, do these rooms serve more than one purpose on different days of the week?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have morning and afternoon classes, but in classroom A, for instance, crocheting meets in there, but then the sewing ladies are another day, quilting another day, and then painting classes. So that's just one classroom, but we have several classrooms, and there's something going on in each one of them each day.
And I bet people have more than one class a day.
They do. Some people come in the morning and they stay right through. I would like to introduce you to John Early.
Oh.
John,
how do you do?
How are you?
Hi. Nice to meet you, John.
Nice to meet you.
Now, just educate me a minute. What's the difference between woodworking and wood carving? Is it the tools or just the end product?
It's probably all of the above. I was in construction for 33 years, which I loved. And when I retired, I thought, well, maybe I can do something with carving. I've been carving for about 14 years now. I would sit there for hours. I can't sit still for 5 minutes. But
Really?
if I'm carving, I can.
So, John, what is this you're working on?
So I'm a beginning bird carver because they're really tricky.
What's tricky about them?
You do the detail in the wings. These are some of the ones that I've just finished.
That's beautiful. What are you working on?
This is relief carving. John does solids. I do relief carving.
This is spectacular.
Yeah, this is a sequoia that was, I don't know, maybe 150 hours worth of work. This is again a relief carving. That was my sister's name. So.
Okay. And these are all your tools.
Yes, these are the tools.
Oh, you brought your whole suitcase.
I got a whole box of tools.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, I have a set of these tools right here that I bought in 1962 when I was a kid.
Oh, when you were a kid. Okay, I'm doing the math.
I did some carving back then and took it up again back about 2006.
Okay. What did you do for work?
I was an engineer.
You were an engineer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this wood carving and engineering, I'm trying to think of a parallel, a connection.
Planning. What are you going to do? Where are you going? When you start, know how you're going to complete it. The other thing is doing the drawings and making it the size they want and all that.
So that's the engineer part of your brain.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the engineer. You never give up,
Let's go.
All right.
Linda.
Yes.
Hi, Linda Mendoza. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good to see you.
Likewise,
It's been
likewise.
a while. Got a good crowd today. Tell me what you're working on.
These are mittens for the soldiers. This dear friend of mine, she used to make them. She no longer can do it, so I make the fingerless
I
mittens.
see.
And they wear this underneath their gloves
I can see that. Yes.
to go to battle.
Oh my goodness, what a story. This isn't knitting. What is
This is Japanese bunko, and it was this lady, she has since passed away, and we all used to admire her stitching.
It's work of art.
But this
Certainly
lady,
is.
she was beautiful.
That is.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
thank you. It's good to
You're
see you.
welcome. You're welcome.
Hello.
Okay, Jackie, this is Laura. Laura manages this whole program.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jackie from Peabody TV. And
I'm Sandy.
hi, Sandy. Have you been sewing all your life?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I made my daughter's wedding dresses a long time
Really?
ago.
Oh,
so.
that's
She's
beautiful.
a very good sewer.
That's beautiful.
So I do mending over at Brooksby. That's where I live.
What are you working? Are you doing
I'm
a
shortening
repair?
a pair of pants.
Shortening. Do people ask you to alter or repair clothes here?
Yes, they do. We do everything but zippers.
Everything but zipper.
But zippers. We
And
don't-
that's just what I wanted to bring in.
Yeah.
No, it's nice to have the company
Yes.
Yes.
while you're sewing, isn't
Yes,
it?
absolutely.
Do you have a sewing machine at home?
I do.
But it's fun to come to the center.
Yes. Well, I wanted to do something where I was with people and doing work.
Absolutely. It makes a big difference,
Yes.
doesn't it? Okay.
Yes.
Well, carry on. And I got to remember, no zippers.
No zippers.
Okay. I don't think we can emphasize enough that one of the major draws to the center is socialization and how the center can allay feelings of isolation and loneliness. Can you see the difference it makes in people's lives when they have a place to go, have something to do, have the camaraderie, have hobbies to work on, and maybe have hobbies with other people who share the same interests? It's a really nice connection.
Well, I think you've hit why we're here, to be honest with you. That's one of the most important things that we can do. When people are isolated, often, their health declines, depression sets in. But if we see people coming here and they share lunch every day and just a little conversation. And, and a day doesn't go by that I don't walk the halls and someone says, I wouldn't know what to do without this place, or this place is like my second home. And we want people to feel that way. But, everyone's always looking for that magic, like fountain of youth, the staying young. And truthfully, if you're out socializing with people, you come in and have a nice, nutritious lunch, maybe participating in an activity or a class, that's a gift to ourselves if we get out there and we're with people. I think COVID really showed us that how important our role in this community is, because being closed for at least face-to-face stuff, we certainly reached out and talked to people. But when people got back here after we were open, people were almost in tears. They were just so happy to see each other and be together once again.
It's a happy place. I think people, they don't have to be here, they want to be here.
It's a nice way to put it.
And that shows.
Here at the center, we try to enhance the lives of seniors in many different ways, certainly socially,
Yes.
mentally, and physically.
Okay.
Actually, that's our health assessment area over there,
Okay.
where we have, blood pressure screenings, we have hearing screenings, and we actually have a weight loss group, TOPS, which is taking off pounds sensibly. So that group meets each week as well, and they weigh in right in that room.
Okay, and then they go have a big lunch.
Well, that's the plan, Jackie.
Okay, where are we headed now?
I'm going to head over to the fitness room right now,
Oh,
see what's going
good.
on in there.
Maybe I'll be inspired.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, Joe.
Hi, how you doing?
Well, that's the question is, how are you doing?
I feel pretty good. This
Okay.
is the best senior center in New England as far as I'm concerned.
In New England.
In New England.
That's
We've
really...
been around the block a couple of times. We've seen a few places,
Okay.
and this is the best.
So
Now,
how often do you come?
I came here about, I guess several years ago when I found out this place was here. In fact, my wife was sick at that time, but she went over here. We have a daycare center
That's right.
here in this building, and they do a wonderful job over there too, with 3 nurses and several
Right.
aides.
Right. Tell me, what did you do for a living?
Well, I did a number of things. I was a safety engineer for a number of insurance companies, but I spent 26 years with the United States Air Force during Vietnam, and then with the reserve and the Guard system.
Oh, so
also.
you've been a career man.
So I was enlisted, and then I was an officer. I was a munitions officer and an EOD officer.
Okay. How high up did you go?
Oh, well, they kicked me out when I was a lieutenant colonel.
Okay. They said enough of him.
There are no more places up in the pyramid to go.
That's good. Well, keep up the good work. You're looking good.
Thank you very much.
Camille, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
You look like you're working
I'm
really
trying.
hard.
Trying.
So how often do you come to exercise here?
About 3 or 4 times a week.
That's good. Now, do you do any other activities while you're here at the center?
We have lunch.
That's a good activity. Are you always into exercising,
No.
or?
When I was younger, yeah.
Okay. You retired now, or?
I'm retired.
You're
yeah.
retired. What did you do for work?
Bookkeeping.
Bookkeeping. Oh, 'cause that's pretty
Yeah, bookkeeping.
sedentary. So, okay, got to keep going there. Okay, well, you're looking good.
Thank you.
What's next?
Well, you just follow me and I'll show you what we're gonna do. Take a peek inside.
What's this?
Zumba.
Oh!
Jackie, this is Jill Martin. She's our Zumba instructor and the students absolutely adore her.
Hi, Jill. That was quite a class.
They're amazing, aren't they?
Oh, I can't believe it. Just, this is a popular activity.
It is. I started in 2009 here, and we had maybe 15 in a class, and now it's doubled.
I can imagine. Now, I think it's probably because it's good for you and it's fun.
It's good for you, but the people have made friendships, so they look forward to seeing each other
Of
every
course.
class, and they watch out for each other. They'll call on the phone if you're going to class, so they're good motivation too.
So what is it about Zumba that makes it a good choice for seniors to do on a regular basis? What's it supposed to do for you?
Right. Well, number one, as you could tell by the dancing cardio. So you get a nice little cardio workout. It helps your balance, your memory, because you remember the steps
Okay.
from class to class, and all of those things contribute to the well-being of a senior.
And how does it differ from, say, aerobics or chair yoga, any other kind of group exercise as a workout?
I think the Latin music gets people going because it's different, and that music's typically mostly always happy music.
Are most of the people who come here, is this the first time they've ever done Zumba, would you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, for the most part. There are some people that maybe went to a gym, and it's a little different there because it's not geared towards seniors sometimes. And so that's why if the class doesn't fit you where you take it, find another instructor, because you'll find the level that you need to be at. And that's when they come here, they find that level, they're comfortable here, and then they'll come back.
This is obviously their comfort level. Thanks. It was wonderful to meet you and talk to you. Bye-bye, Jill.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was so much fun. Zumba.
I know
Loved
it is. It's wonderful.
Loved
We really
it.
try to plan programming that keep people, engaged and active and supported. One way we really support people here is through our social service department. They do important work, day in and day out for folks. And I thought if we had a few minutes, we could go talk with Sandra Coleman. She's one of our outreach workers.
Oh, I'd love that. I can imagine that people really rely on social service staff.
Absolutely.
Just to help them wade through the mountains of paperwork, some of the complicated procedures, even healthcare insurance.
That's one of the big things
Yeah.
that they do is healthcare.
Okay, no, I'd love to talk with her.
Okay, very good. We'll head this way right to
All
my
right.
office.
You must be such a help to so many seniors here, just guiding them and assisting them. What does the social services staff do to
Well,
make
there's-
things easier?
There's actually 4 of us in the social service department.
Okay.
And it's so important for people these days to get out of their house
Right.
and interact with people, keep that social aspect of their
Mm-hmm.
life going. So that's really the main job, is to get people to come down
come
and
in.
enjoy all the activities we have down here. But then when we get the client in there, Then it's asking about, how is everything? Is there anything else I can help you with? Is, your rent okay? Can we help with maybe housing applications,
Okay.
which is very popular these days.
Yeah.
It's so expensive to stay in your own home.
So what are the different services that people could maybe qualify for, be eligible?
Well, housing's a very important one, and there is a wait for housing, so I do encourage them, if it's even a little idea in the back of their head, they really need to pursue it now and get on a list. Because you don't know what's going to happen in the future, so you might as well be on the list. But then we'll delve into fuel assistance if they're still in their own home, and heating costs are sky high. So if we can get some fuel assistance in there to help them with those bills, maybe they qualify for that, or possibly a SNAP benefit, a food stamp benefit.
Okay.
And we work a lot on those because, that's very income based, and we want to get the most we can.
Okay.
And then the health insurance, and that is a major, major thing.
Sure. I imagine you work with both state and local agencies. So
We do.
How do you and your staff, who do you connect with or collaborate with? How does that work?
Well, it depends on what they're looking for. If they're looking for some type of home care, we will refer them to AgeSpan. And AgeSpan, I explain to them, will come out and sit with them and their parent or themselves, their spouse, whoever they think needs the help, do an evaluation, decide on what type of services they really need and what can be provided. So AgeSpan is the connection for home care. And we do the referrals for that. And then if it's, if you want this service, you need to have a Mass Health benefit.
Right.
Then we dive into Mass Health and do
It just
that.
goes on and on.
Yeah, so we will, if we have to call Mass Health, we do that. If we have to call DTA for food stamps, we call that, or even Medicare or Social Security.
Okay. It's complicated.
It can be,
really is.
and it's very overwhelming for one person to have to deal with all this. And a lot of people they look at the stack of applications and
They
it's
say.
like, that's not going to happen. So it's
Right.
like, no, we'll sit together.
Right.
We'll do it together.
Now, you're an outreach worker.
Yes.
And also a Shine
Yes.
counselor. Tell me about Shine.
Sharing the health insurance needs of everyone. It used to
Okay.
be elderly, but now it's everyone.
Okay.
We deal with 60 and over Peabody residents,
Okay.
and especially during Medicare open enrollment, which is in the fall, October 15th to December 7th. We have to go over those plans again, do a review, because we want people to get the most bang for their buck with their health insurance.
Okay.
So we have training all year long to try to stay up on all the different programs and benefits and how you qualify for different things. And even the new people just turning 65, signing up for Medicare. It's like, how do we sign up for Medicare? What do we do? Who do I have to call? Do I have to go to social? It's like, we got this covered. We can do this. It's okay.
It's got to be very reassuring for people.
Well, that's what we want to do. We
here.
want to take that stress off of their plate. And where we do it all the time, it's easier for us to sit with them and just say, it's going to be okay.
Okay.
We're going to get this plan to come together, and you're going to be okay.
You have the right temperament for that, no question. But what you do is so important. I'm sure it is needed and appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah,
Good.
social services is a great department.
It is.
It really is.
It is.
It
I
really
appreciate
is.
your coming.
Thank you
So-
very much. Thank
And
you.
I'll let you get back to work.
I will
So,
get right up there. Thank you so much. It was nice chatting with you.
Very nice to meet
Thank
you,
you.
Sandra.
Thank you.
That's such a great mantra that she's got. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, sometimes you just need that calming environment. And, a lot of our classes and activities, kind of provide that. We have certainly a quilting class. We have crocheting and painting classes. And we have a wonderful rug hooking class that meets here. And it's very calming in there. It's just, I would love to show that to you next.
Oh, I'd love to see it. That's beautiful. Now, what's your name?
Ildi.
Yeah, I like your name too.
Thank you. I'm Hungarian.
Hungarian, okay. Now, were you always an arts and crafts kind of person?
I am. I'm a quilter, and I did needlework and needlepoint and
Okay.
a bunch of things.
You're one of those.
I'm one of those.
Okay. I've always just been arts, not crafts, even when I was a Girl Scout. But you really must have a lot of patience to work on this.
To me, it's meditative. It's just a way to unwind.
It is. Now, what were you unwinding from?
Well, when I retired 5 years ago, and even when I worked full time, I needed at least an hour every night to just zen out.
Right. Okay. What did you do for work?
I was a project manager for a technology company.
Okay. But you like to do it both at home and coming here to rug hooking?
Yeah, we come here once a week. Today's a light day. There's 3 of us. Sometimes there's as many as 8 of us.
Well, carry on with this. It's just beautiful work.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy it. Tell me, is this a replica of a particular vessel, or is it just some random ship?
Well, no, it's an 1800 catboat, actually, and I've made it into something more modern.
Brought it into the 21st century.
21st century, yeah. It was from a kit, and as you can see, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
So do you usually prefer to work from a kit or from scratch?
I mean, I've done both, but a kit is fun because a lot of the parts are there for you, and
Right.
plans.
And you've got all the plans here,
Yeah.
which you're following. And what kind of wood is that, balsa?
It's all basswood. Some of it's mahogany.
You must have really good eyesight. My goodness, look at the detail.
Yeah, I've got the mast and all that part is done, except for the sail.
It must be fun and interesting to see other people working on models here. Now, do you compare notes or learn from each other, or just do your own thing?
No, the best part of this whole thing is we learn from each other. This boat is kind of a joke. They think I've been at it much too long.
Have
so
you?
we won't get into that.
Okay. Marcy, can you show me the things that you've done here?
I painted these. I like ocean scenes, but I will paint. It's places I've been. The most beautiful country in the world is the United States. And I missed only 2 states.
Really? What are the 2 states?
Alaska and North Dakota.
North Dakota? But you
Yeah.
were in South Dakota?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They have a lot of buffalo in South Dakota. It was wonderful.
Now, what did you do for a living?
I was a manufacturing engineer.
Who did you work for?
General Electric.
I know that name. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
So-
there for 36 years.
Okay. So how often do you come to the center here?
I'm here every other day, but I like to concentrate on.
So many people who do retire can finally spend time and concentrate on an interest
yeah.
that they might have had all along, but they just haven't had the time.
Well,
And
that's
here they
right.
are. And here they
The
are.
secret to longevity is to keep your mind and your body active.
That's right.
These paintings that people do are solving a problem. They're using their head. Because I will paint a picture in 20 minutes from start to finish. I already have it up here.
Okay. Okay, and you just execute it.
That's right.
Okay. Anyway, Marcy, good to meet you.
It's always a pleasure.
It's amazing to see the different interests that people have and the different ways they like to spend their days.
Yes, absolutely. We try to give people the opportunity here to try something new. Even if they have suggestions, we try to make that happen here as well. So it's their center, and we want to make it as pleasant as possible.
Okay.
What I'd love to show you now is the Adult Day Health Program. It's a really specialized program. It helps to meet the medical needs that seniors have in the community.
Okay.
And we are actually the only senior center in Massachusetts that has an Adult Day Health Program, and it's licensed by the Department of Public Health.
Okay.
And Susan Levinson's the program coordinator,
Okay.
and she's lovely. I'd love you to meet her.
Oh, let's go.
Talk about the program.
Absolutely. Okay, well, let's chat. Okay. We've seen so many wonderful activities here today. At the center, I was wondering how most of those can translate into what people here at the Adult Day Health Program can experience.
That's the beauty of having the day program within the senior center. And it's actually what makes us unique, is that when they're, like our big band dance on Thursday, there were 19 of our participants that went with staff, of course. When there's Valentine's Day party, St. Patrick's Day party, we always have 2 tables that are reserved where they can enjoy a nice meal and entertainment. Karaoke is a big thing that they have started in the senior center, which our participants love.
I know from talking to Carolyn that one of the principal approaches to the center to helping seniors is to address their individual needs. Now, when it comes to certain medical issues or just safety issues, or when it's just not wise for a person to be home alone, how is the Adult Day Health Program an option in giving people supervised care? What do you do here?
So what we do, it usually starts out with a referral from either families or caregivers, sometimes the doctors, social workers, and they'll suggest an Adult Day Health Program. So we'll take a referral, get a little bit of information, and usually what happens is we'll invite the family or caregiver in for a tour so they can actually see what goes on here. After they've had their tour, we do a nursing assessment, head to toe, what they like, who they are, what their medical background is, and then we develop a nursing care plan. Everybody here does have a nursing care plan, and that is shared with staff confidentially, of course.
Okay. How many senior centers even have a program like this within the senior center? I bet not many.
Us.
Really? That's it? You're it?
We're it, yeah. Others have what they call supportive day.
Okay.
But it's not a medical day program, so there's no licensed nurses or certified nursing assistants. So what we do here, what separates us, is that we can do any kind of skilled nursing care and assist with toileting, showers, things like that.
Okay. So this is our great room.
All right. Wow.
And this is where they come in the morning.
All the action.
So this is actually, we do a lot of different activities. We have our bowling and shuffleboard over here.
Bowling?
Yeah, which is really nice. And this is basically where we have live entertainment a few times a month.
Okay.
Right here. And any kind of crafts and exercise, Pledge of Allegiance. This is the room that we do it all in.
And music.
The great room. Yeah, lots of music.
And once they're here, is it for the day? All
6
day?
hours.
6
hour
hours.
day, yep. Staff is here at 8 o'clock. The buses start to pull up out here. Staff greets the clients. So they're socializing for a bit and, getting ready for their day. And then we do the Pledge of Allegiance, which we started. They all
Really?
stand.
Okay.
And then we do chair exercises to a DVD and music. Get them moving.
Okay.
And then our activities start for the day.
Today we are going to be making little pizzas. So
Oh,
they'll
look
make
at
their
this.
own pizza, and then we will cook them, and they can have them for snack later. And this is Pat from our kitchen, wonderful chef who
Hi, Pat. Hi,
is going
Pat.
to do
Nice to meet you.
pizza spinning. Is that what you call
Sure.
it?
Yep.
Pizza
We're gonna toss the pizza.
Toss the pizza.
Okay. I'm going to get out of the line of fire.
This is who makes all our good meals.
Oh,
okay?
boy. Look at that.
Hey.
He's a pro. Whoa.
All right.
We'll put a little sauce on it for you.
Okay.
You see this? Look
Oh, I'm
back.
hungry already. Look
you
at
see
that. You are a pro.
I've been doing it a little while.
Really? How long?
Probably about 30 years, actually.
Oh, that's
You owned a
okay. That's
pizza
a
shop in
while.
Peabody.
You owned a piece.
I own a couple of them. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Italian style
Whereabouts?
pizza. I
Whereabouts?
had one in Peabody, Plum Tomatoes Pizza.
Oh, that's you.
And I had one in Salem, DeLeo's Pizza, a long time ago.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
So I've been doing it a long time.
Sure.
This is the right stuff. Homemade dough. This is 100% mozzarella, homemade sauce.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right. Can you see that? Don't.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Susan, thanks so much for showing us around.
Oh,
This
you're
was
welcome.
wonderful. And save me a piece of pizza.
We will.
I'll be back. All right. Carolyn, that was great. That was wonderful. And Pat Pasquale, he had a ball. He was having a great time being the chef and being the performer. Twirling the pizza there. I loved it.
That was wonderful. We're so fortunate here. We have 2 wonderful chefs, and they cook fresh daily. People come from a lot of different communities to take advantage of our lunch program here.
Oh my goodness.
People come in and buy a lunch ticket for the day. They have a seat, and then we serve everybody.
Beautiful. I bet the price is right too.
It certainly is, yes. So for Friends members, Friends of the Council on Aging, it's $4, and for everybody else, it's $5.
And can they get meals to go?
We actually sell frozen meals here, so things that are cooked here maybe the day or two before, and then they're available for purchase.
So Carolyn, tell me about the group, the Friends of the Peabody Council on Aging. What is their main purpose, and how do they make the center that much better because of what they do?
Okay, so the Friends actually is a separate 501c3 charitable organization. Their sole purpose is to raise funds for the Council on Aging.
Okay.
So they pay for a lot of different things. One of the biggest projects actually last year was the cafe.
Okay.
They donated over $100,000 for us to renovate that and get all the latest equipment back there, and it's been such a wonderful addition to the center.
Absolutely.
But they also help with, this. You've been in the fitness room. They've bought treadmills and ellipticals. They've helped with that. And they also help with, we always have to do a 20% local match for the buses that we have out there.
Okay.
So you'll see on the buses too, just, thanking the Friends of the Council on Aging as well as the City of Peabody. Our friends are very good to us.
Good friends.
Good friends. This is the cafe.
So cute. Oh, look at this. Oh, Natalie.
Natalie.
This is Natalie.
Nice
Do you
to
know
see
Natalie
you.
Mega?
Everybody knows Natalie.
Can you ladies join us? Sit with us for a minute?
Oh, sure. No, I don't think we met.
I am Carol McMahon. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay.
I am
wonderful.
Carol's administrative assistant.
Okay. Now, how long has the cafe been open?
Actually, just a little over a year.
So a couple of years ago, Carol had approached me. She says, I was thinking, we got to do something with that space because it used to be a thrift shop. And I said, okay. I says, well, what do you want to do? She said, I was thinking, what do you think of a cafe? I said, sounds great. She goes, good. Can you design it? And I was like, sure.
We're very fortunate. Now, it's never part of her duties here, but she's so talented and artistic. She makes all of the signs here. But we can't say enough. We're just so happy with the way it came out.
It's both cozy and roomy at the same time.
A lot of people don't like the cafeteria eating atmosphere sometimes. Maybe they want something a little more intimate and they just want to talk to a friend or two. And this really does offer that. And it's like being in a restaurant. So it's really
And I heard
great.
the food's pretty good.
The food's excellent.
Okay.
It is.
Natalie.
Yes.
Ms. Chairman of the Board.
Yes.
How long have you been involved with the center?
I would say maybe 2007, 2008, maybe, that I came on.
Okay. Now, when you meet as a board, do you focus much on looking ahead, way down the road, or do you mainly just stick to the here and now? That's a lot to deal with, the here and now.
Yeah. Well, with Carolyn's vision, we're going places, and we talk about everything. We talk about where we were, where we're at, and where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a lot of good things going on. And if the place is, as you said, it's always hopping here. It's crazy.
It is.
You know?
It is. I'm so happy it's here.
Yeah.
But with the board, with the Friends of the Council on Aging, with Carolyn, with the staff, with the volunteers, all the things seem to be working like a charm. So just keep doing what you're doing.
It's just, when I walk into this building, no matter when I walk in, the love and the kindness and the compassion is it just blows your mind. It's just amazing.
It hits you. It really does.
It does.
Jackie, we have to get going because there's a lot more to see.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for joining
Okay.
us. For stopping
All
by.
right.
Great to see you. Yes.
She's
see you,
always
Jackie. Nice to
dragging
meet you.
me all over the place.
You're in good company, and she is too.
Good to see you.
Have a good afternoon.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
That's such a great little place to go for lunch.
It is. It's
Cute.
just been a wonderful addition here at the center. Oh, look, there's Mayor Betancourt over there.
Oh, yes.
He comes in on Thursday sometimes. He likes to listen to the band. Our Golden Echoes plays every Thursday.
I have heard about that big band. I've never heard them play. I hope we can do that. I bet the ladies line up to dance with him.
Well, that's true. That is true.
Do you mind if I just run over and say a quick hi?
Oh, be my guest.
All right. Be right back. Mayor. Oh, it's good to see you.
You as well. Nice to see you.
And you pick Thursday when they have the big band?
I like to come and show off my dance moves. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I bet you don't see the action like that at City Hall in the middle of the day.
No, I very much like getting out of City Hall, coming here. So yeah, there's not much dancing going on at City Hall.
No, not that I noticed really. It's always so much fun on a Thursday, but every day is fun here. Don't you think that this senior center is really one of the shining stars in the city, Mayor?
It is. It is one of the gems of our community. It's such a welcoming place to come, and people enjoy themselves here. It's a fun atmosphere, fun place to be, and I feel very fortunate to have this as part of our community, and it's a beloved part of our city.
It certainly is.
Yep.
Now, Peabody's population of seniors is really growing.
Yeah.
I think nobody wants to leave. I
Yes.
think they're here and they're all getting older. What would you like to see with the senior centers thinking of doing an expansion in order to maintain all the services and opportunities as they can grow along with the population?
Yes, and you're correct. The numbers are pretty amazing as to the senior growth in our city and the seniors that live here. And I do like to think it's because we are a very welcoming place and we do right by our senior community. And this is front and center in terms of importance of what we do. And I am so much in support of the expansion. We're hoping we can move on that quickly to provide more rooms and more opportunity for people to enjoy what's taking place here, different activities, and just being together as a community. And transportation, food preparation, all of that is so important. Our seniors have taken care of the city and taken care of all of us for so long. We want to be able to do the very same and do right by our senior community, and that's something that's very important to me.
Yeah, and you really have to stay ahead of the curve.
You do.
You have to plan ahead. So, and you're right, this place means so much to so many people.
Yeah.
But they love having you come here and mingle and talk and dance with the ladies. I love that. You know, there's a basketball court outside, and that's probably more your speed, but you're a good sport with the dancing and everything.
No, I truly enjoy coming here, and again, so many friends and people that I care about, people that care for the city, and we have such warm, generous people that work here and volunteer here. And
that's right.
I love coming here and having some fun and joking around, and it's a great part of my day.
Yeah, everybody was excited to see you. Thanks once more.
Thank you.
Hug.
Thank you. This is great.
Is such a fan of this place, and I hope we're going to see the big band too.
Oh, absolutely. We'll see all of that, but I'd first like to show you that new outside recreation area. You have that basketball hoop that the mayor was talking about.
Okay.
Let's head this way.
All right, let's go. So all of this is new here.
It is. It's we're so excited about this outside recreation area. We've added a pickleball court. And as you can see, there's a basketball net up there as well.
Yes.
Right here, there's going to be 2 cornhole tosses.
Oh, okay.
And of course, a beautiful bocce ball court. We have quite a few people that are interested in starting a league here. Actually,
a league, okay. So I imagine in good weather, people will want to come out and eat outside from the cafe.
Oh, absolutely. So the cafe connects right with this outside exercise area, the recreation area. And, we're hoping, so many people take advantage of it. It's gone from an area where no one used to an area that's we think are going to be very popular. We've gotten a lot of inquiries about it already. And we're going to start playing in just in a couple of weeks.
All right. Well, sounds good. And I'm sure it's going to be a very busy spot with people. And, this place, it really shows what can be done to help seniors remain an active and vital part of the community.
Yes, absolutely. Peabody's always supported the senior community very well, and I think this is a great example of that.
Sure is.
I thought we'd head to my office and take a bit of a breather.
Oh, good. I think we've got our 10,000 steps in for the day.
Hi, Betty.
I've seen all these people with name tags on. Are those all volunteers?
They are. We're very fortunate. We have over 300 volunteers.
300?
Helping us each and every day. And, in fact, there's Ann Goggin over there. Maybe she could have a few minutes. She could talk to us.
Okay.
She's been a long-time volunteer here, helping us in so many different ways.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
All right. I'll go get her.
Okay. So, Ann, how long have you been volunteering here?
I've been volunteering for 8 years now.
8 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are the different hats that you've worn? You like to bounce around or stay with
I
one
do like to
particular
bounce around.
area?
I like change, and this has so many opportunities. And to service people, like working in the cafe, is a lot of fun. And then you get to meet everybody. You get to know their names.
So what else have you done? You've been working in the cafe.
I do telephone and computer help.
Oh,
so people
I bet
can come in with their phones, their
Okay.
laptops, their iPads, their Kindles, and they just need help.
I'm
And
sure
we
they
provide
do.
that. And
anything else?
When my husband was alive, we traveled the world. So I share my vacation pictures with
Really?
the senior centers.
Where have you been?
Both, yeah. So I've been to all 7 continents.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so that was really special. Like Antarctica is amazing.
I've never known anyone who went to Antarctica. So that's kind of nice because I call that armchair traveling.
It's travels
People
with
can
Ann from the
see.
armchair.
Yes.
Is actually
that's wonderful. Now, you've been volunteering here, you said 8 years or so. How do you feel about showing up? What's your sense of commitment? And some people would think, oh, it's just volunteer work. I don't have to go. What are your thoughts about
You
that?
make friends, you make bonds with both the staff and the people and other volunteers. So it's a very warm, friendly environment that in the beginning I was a little apprehensive to think, oh, I don't know. And it was just a wonderful experience for me. And I try to share that with other people that are a little shy or think that it's not what they envision.
Right,
So-
right. Carolyn, I imagine that the jobs, the volunteer work varies according to the center's needs at the time. But can you just give us a few examples of what volunteers can do? And jump in if you think of other
Certainly.
things.
So as we say, we have close to 300 volunteers, and they're really involved in every aspect of the senior center. We couldn't do what we do without them. That's just bottom line. Some people help out at the reception desk. We have volunteers that work in the office that call people just to check on them, see how they're doing.
Okay, good.
As Ann mentioned, the new cafe that we have, she helps in there, the waitress, and people help serve lunch every day. Then there's more specific type of volunteer positions. There's many of the teachers are volunteers. They've never taught before, but they've come here with their skills and they teach classes here. And then we have some volunteers that help in our adult day health program. But like I said, really every aspect the volunteers are involved with, and they work very well with staff. And we're just so thankful to have them. That people have that interest in us.
Obviously, that's a really important reason that the center functions as well as it does. It's important. It means a lot to the center. What does volunteering mean to you personally? Why do you like coming here?
I like to give back. I feel like I've had a good life and I'm more fortunate than some other people, and I just want to give back. I feel it's a privilege to volunteer here. I just enjoy it and helping people. It's always been in my blood.
Oh, I love hearing that. That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. And it was so good to meet you.
It was very nice to meet you too.
Okay, this was great.
Alrighty, I'll get back to work. Good
to meet you.
Thank you.
Oh, I love how she talked about giving back. What a nice lady. And you clearly enjoy giving back as well. 30 plus years here.
Wow. I'll tell you who really enjoys giving back are the drivers. They're so dedicated. And
your transportation drivers.
Our transportation drivers, yes. Even during COVID, they still transported people to shopping, necessary medical appointments. They really weren't concerned for themselves. They just wanted to make sure the seniors had what they needed to get through that difficult time.
Yeah, we're lucky to have them.
Very lucky to have them, yes.
So, Carolyn, can you tell us a little more about the transportation system here? Just the idea of not being able to drive anymore, that can be a nightmare for so many people. What do you offer here as a lifeline for people in that position?
We actually have 14 buses on the road every day.
14?
Yes, you probably see us, driving around
Project Mobility.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah, so that's the name, Project Mobility.
Yeah.
And, it is for people that are no longer driving Sometimes it can be temporary, if you've had some surgery or something else. But in all of our vans, even the 2 cars that we have are wheelchair accessible. So that is really important because those folks that are in the wheelchairs or motorized scooters, they're able to utilize the transportation services that we have. Our priority is, of course, medical appointments. We take people to not only Peabody, but the 4 towns surrounding Peabody as well. So we go into Lynn and Beverly, Danvers, Salem, if you have medical appointments there.
Okay.
And then we bring people in here for lunch, and we fill in for hairdressing appointments, and people visit the loved ones at nursing homes. That's another thing that we do. And then shopping. Shopping is a really big part of what we do as well. I think, for many folks, if they had to, take a taxi or an Uber or anything, that, the cost would be prohibitive.
What is the cost?
We ask for a $1 donation each way, so for a round trip it would be $2, but if someone certainly doesn't have that, they're not going to be refused transportation as well. And our service is a door-to-door service. We make sure that people are brought to their front door, they get into the house, and on the bus we help people on and off the bus as well. And if we do arrive at the residence and the person doesn't come out, we just don't assume that they've gotten another ride. They could have fallen, there could have been something that's happened. And so we make sure that we find out exactly what has happened.
Is it a very difficult process to arrange a ride?
It's just a few minutes to register, and then we can just get to know you. We ask, if there's any special needs, do you use a cane, a walker, what kind of assistance do you need? They have to be Peabody residents, and they have to be over 60 to be able to use the transportation. But we also transport Peabody residents that are disabled. They can be under 60. And our social service department, if we ever have to follow up, if someone wasn't there when we went to pick them up, then we work with our social service department to be able to find out where that person is.
Safety, safety, safety. That's really the byword here.
Absolutely. Well, we have a lot of things to see. Some really fun things.
Okay, that sounds good.
Oh, there's Tony. He uses the transportation system all the time. Maybe we can ask him how
good it is. Okay.
Jackie, I'd like you to meet Tony Priscilla.
Okay.
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
Very nice to meet you. I understand you use the transportation system very faithfully here.
Almost every day.
Now, where do you take the Project Mobility vans to?
Well, I take it from home to here and here to home.
Okay.
And then all my medical appointments. I try to organize my medical appointments around the transportation system.
Now, can you share your feelings about how the transportation system makes your life easier?
Well, I'd probably have to stay home most of the time without this transportation system. And then this is a nice social environment here too.
Okay.
And then the food's good also.
The food's good. I've heard that from a lot of people. Now, what about the drivers? I saw they were helping you.
They have to strap me in properly so I don't go flying around in there, and they do it. They know what they're doing, and they're nice about it.
They are. I've heard that. I mean, they're a really important part of the whole
In other systems, I've been like, oh no, another wheelchair. Not here. Not here.
No. Now, tell me, what do you like to do when you come here?
Well, I like the camaraderie here. I teach Italian.
You teach Italian?
On Mondays, and then we have a nice, Carolyn set it up, a nice little exercise room with whatever it is I needed. And it was really, thank you, it worked out fine for me. And we have the track out there.
Right.
And so I go around the track, go around the exercise room.
Tell me about the Italian classes. That sounds great.
We've got 8 people that show up all the time.
Okay.
And they've been with me now for all 8, have been with me for, almost 2 years.
Okay, so it's conversational?
Conversational, yeah. We don't try to get too technical with grammar, but if there are glaring errors, we have to do it right. I mean, you can't talk pig Latin.
Okay. So tell me, what is it about the transportation system that makes you comfortable and really safe?
Well, the first thing is everybody involved in transportation does it with a smile.
Okay.
They really like their job. And that's very important. They make everybody feel welcome. I'm on the bus with other people. They know their names. They help them get settled, make sure everything's safe. They're very safe. Like when they strap me down in the wheelchair, everything is perfect. I'm not moving 1/1000th of a millimeter.
Okay.
That would never happen.
And are they on time?
And then the next, that's equally important is we're dependable here. I don't have to worry. I don't have to be nervous like, God, are they going to show up?
Yeah.
Or then are they going to pick me up to take me home?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I've been left places before, but not with PCA, no.
I don't think a lot of people realize how important it is.
Well, if they watch this, maybe they will.
Thank you for your time here, and thank you for sharing what this whole transportation system means to you. You know, you say another wheelchair. It's not
Not
that
here.
at all. Not that at all. And I appreciate your sharing how you feel.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
So, Carolyn, what are these fun things we're going to be seeing?
Well, I thought we'd go into the Woodworking Shop. There are a great group of guys in there, and I'm sure they're dying to meet you.
Okay. Sounds good. I can hardly wait, I think. Okay, I'm going to shake things up a little bit.
Okay.
I've got a question. Who tells the corniest jokes? Oh, okay.
My nickname is Marvelous.
Marvelous Mark.
No, no. It's really remarkable.
Oh, gotcha.
They keep getting my name mixed up. I don't know how they do that. I've been coming here a long time.
So you guys, you sound like you have a ball.
We have fun.
You drive each
For
other
some
crazy.
reason or other, we come back every day.
You
Oh.
do. Tell me what you're making here.
I'm making a box. It'll have ribbons on the top, and it'll be all wood.
And what are these pieces?
These pieces here, I run a track through it, and I'll run them. I'll inlay them.
Okay,
And
beautiful.
they'll run across, and of course they'll be the ribbons will go across them. So I've made probably about 20, 25 of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long
yeah.
does it take you to complete that?
Probably a week.
Okay.
Only because I gotta wait for the glue to dry.
Okay.
If the glue,
You gotta watch the glue dry.
oh, it's awful.
Ron, how much time do you spend here? Are you a regular?
I'm a regular, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Peabody guy.
The lathe and all the machinery stays here. Do you bring any of your own materials or supplies?
Yeah, we supply our own materials, and the big equipment stays here, and then you got your own personal tools.
Now, did you know much or anything about woodworking before you started coming to the center?
I remember my father and uncle building the camp in New Hampshire in the early 50s.
Okay.
My job was to stay out of the way and clean up.
Okay.
But, you know, they did everything. I'm from the ground up, so.
Lots of sawdust.
Lots of sawdust, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, and keep having fun. Behave.
Oh, we have to behave
Oh,
now.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God, there's all kinds of rules, huh?
Carolyn, I like you better.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Okay.
And your name? Wait a minute. What's your name?
Jackie.
Jackie.
Yes.
Jacqueline.
Jackie with a Y.
Wow.
All right.
That's good. I like the Y.
Okay.
Sometimes
Y.
they call me
Y.
Marky with the IE.
Okay. Carolyn, get me out of here. They have so much fun just being together. Never mind the woodworking. They have a great time clowning around.
Absolutely. They have a wonderful time together, and they're a great group.
They
Yeah.
sure are.
Yeah.
They sure are. Now, wait, you promised we were going to see the big band. I don't want to miss that.
Okay, that's where we're heading to right now. You're not going to believe it. The Golden Echoes are amazing.
Okay. I've heard about them.
What I love
for me.
Carolyn, I'm so glad we got to look at what really happens here, and thank you for taking such good care of us today, showing us around and, well, just explaining so many of the fine points of this outstanding facility. It was so much fun.
Oh, we're so happy you joined us today, so thank you for coming.
I had a ball. And I hope you've enjoyed this special segment from Peabody TV and that you're as amazed as I am at what's available for seniors here at home. Lucky us. Hey, I might even get a lucky bingo card next time. I'm Jacky Ankeles. Thanks for watching.
Care for me. Awful night, yeah, paradise. What I long to see. My dear, it's 4-leaf clover time. From now on, my heart's walking overtime, and that's fine, 'cause it's wonderful.
Oh, what are you still doing here? We're closed. It's time to go home.